And just like that, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Golf cart. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing my YouTube live.
I understand. I'm cleaning up horse poop from my driveway because the horses left.
Nice. That is Mark Silverman. Mark Silverman is a vet that lives just down the street from us. And that's his property there. Okay, so I have a little topic today, not much of a topic, but I do think it's significant. And that is, like, I'm riding Guapo. Guapo it's a little confusing because Guapo is influencer. He's the licensed stallion that we have here, and he is the champion. I'm so proud of him, like so happy for him. He's the champion of the North American Stallion Sport Test. So he actually tied with a stallion on the East Coast, but I still call him the champion. And I think it's pretty cool that out of all the 4, 5, and 6-year-old stallions across the entire North America, he has the highest score, tied for the highest score. So now every time anybody asks me about him, I'm like, he's the champion. Guapo is the champion, because I'm proud of him and I think he's amazing and I think he's super cool. But he's also like super fun horse to be riding around on and everything. And one of my little like topics today, because whenever I turn these lives on, I'm like, okay, I need like a topic or something that I'm going to talk about. And my topic today is to ride with patience. I think a lot of times we get in a hurry with trying to train our horses, or like really on a mission. And the truth of the matter is, especially with dressage, right? Dressage is the career of the horse that takes the longest time to develop. It takes the longest time to develop. And so because of that, and just in general, the more patient we are, the faster we'll go and the more correct it will be. And so it's easy to get like, oh, I have to fix this and I have to do that and I have to have so much pressure. He's a stout. I have to get him ready for the 5-year-olds. And like, sometimes it is equally important to keep them mentally happy and to go on the trail and hang out with them and have a happy horse at the end of the day. So that's kind of what I'm doing with Guapo today. Little trail ride on the licensed stallion. Lori, is that how you say that? Lori Delore from Ireland. Oh, always want to go to Ireland. Never been to Ireland. Who we got on here? Florida. Hello from the dark and cold UK. Yes, it is very sunny here. Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Mel Pappin. Good morning from Australia. CB. Huge accomplishment. Rock on Guapo. Yeah, super happy for him. I think it's a spectacular horse, and I think he's going to continue to develop and get stronger and better. And yeah. Switch back. Yeah. I always try to switch it up where you get to see my face and then you get to see Guapo. Time. Yeah, it takes a lot of time training these horses. I think it is a little bit like, there's all the cliches in life of like, it's the journey, not the destination, all of those things. But in all honesty, as you mature, as I've matured through the years, and come to have more patience and get less tortured with the lack of perfection, the more I feel like I'm able to be a good horseman. It's a difficult thing. We're in pursuit of perfection, but being okay with it not being okay, with it being a struggle, with the horses not being perfect, letting go of that and trusting the process of setting it up and letting him find it. That's big. It's really big. Let's see, it's a very hot day here. So every once in a while we'll get these kind of heat waves in Southern California where it's like 75 degrees. I don't know what that is Celsius, but it's warm. Then it'll cool back off again. A few days. Let's see, you guys have any questions for me about Guapo? Guapo, let's see, we bought him at 2.5. When we bought him, he was purchased in the auction. I think that's actually a good place to buy a horse at auction. For me, riding horses are scary to buy at auction, but if you're gonna buy a licensed stallion, they are not cheap, even at auction, even at 2.5 years old. But you take your risk and you don't know what you have. And it was a huge risk. He was very expensive. I bought half of him. Jess bought half of him. So I own half of him. And then we were very lucky that he was super easy to start, which is typical in the bloodline. So when we select a stallion to buy, we try to go with ones that have easy breeding. He seemed very easy in the character at the licensing, but it's still a question mark. So as long as you're in that boat, you have no idea. You could start him and he could be a monster. Obviously, we started him and he is about as easy as he can be. Allison, we miss you in Wellington. I know, I haven't been to Wellington since 2020, so it's been a while. I might try to get out there for a show, but honestly, I'm not sure when that would happen either. So keep training my horses here. Finchy's coming along. Maybe get out to Wellington. What are you spooking at? Did you get scared? I think you spooked at that plant over there. I'm gonna go back this way before I leave you in the no cell phone zone. What level is he competing at? Right, so he's getting ready for the 5-year-old test. We're pretty much ready to show it now. It's just really just polishing it up. So that has like walk canters, canter walks. I don't think it has any lateral stuff in it, which it's kind of interesting because it's really highlighting the gaits. But he's doing the leg yields and doing like walk pirouettes or little travers. He's really picked up on all of that stuff really well and is really receptive to all of it. Counter canter goes really pretty well. He has that big canter, so I'm happy with how that's coming. Does he have foals yet? Yes, he does have foals. There are a few in Europe. We own a few, and then there's a few others. And they've all been kind of stamped with the Guapo, easy, nice, beautiful. I really like them, so excited to see them grow up. In terms of collecting him, a lot of people we don't really know what we're doing, to be honest, in terms of managing him as a stallion. He won the North American Stallion Sport Test, and then we're like, well, crap, what do we do with that? And I've just been trying to manage him as best as I can as a sport horse. Obviously, with that accolade, you think he'd be in high demand as a breeding stallion, and he is. We currently sold out of. He's being silly here. We sold out of frozen semen that we had available. I do think we'll collect them again and freeze and offer frozen semen. However, we've thought about building a phantom there at the property, and there is a little space to do it. But I'm a little I don't know. It's a whole world that I don't know at all. And I also want to manage him as best as I can as a sport horse, so that that's the world that I know. I always think of managing that way. I don't think it has to be in contrast to collecting him or doing fresh with him, but yeah, that's for sure the priority is the riding for now. Let's see. Hi from New Zealand. Can't stay online as driving, but we'll watch the recorded episodes. Yeah, be careful about that. Don't run off the road. He is a warm blood, yes. He is a Hanoverian. I know the 5-star is happening into this month. A lot of people are actually coming in for that. So 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you, Zoe. 75 degrees is 23.8. Thank you for looking that up. So yeah, it's very warm. Love your honesty. What breed is he and his bloodlines? Yeah, so Ibiza, De Niro, Calypso 2. He's out of the same mother as Cadenois, which is a very famous stallion as well. So he has a really super mother line. I like the De Niro there. That gives you a little more like surefire Grand Prix blood. He has Grand Prix blood through both sides of the mother line and the sire. But I like that. My goal with these horses is not to win young horse championships. It is to do Grand Prix. So, yeah. Let's see. I think he will do Grand Prix. I think I've done a little bit in hand with him. He has good Piaffe mechanics. Not a lot, just enough to see that it's there. And then he'll develop nicely. The collection is pretty easy for him. The temperament is very trainable and rideable. To be honest, I have never developed a stallion. I've ridden a lot of stallions, but I've never had one, years and years and years developing them up through the levels. So, and they are different. There is some different things with how you use your aids and how you ride them. And it was interesting talking to some of the people in Europe of like slower, more consistent leg aid instead of bumping them from the leg, and not using my spur so far back, a little bit more really particular that my leg stays forward at the girth. So there's some little tips and tricks about riding stallions. Don't run off the road, Guapo. That are big, and that are different. So definitely something I'm going to try to learn to do as best as I can along the way. But, oh boy, now we're freezing up again. The broad philosophy in horsemanship stays the same throughout the whole, whether it's a stallion or a gelding. So, yeah, we'll keep working on it. Let's see. Only 8 people on this live. You guys are the important ones, I guess. Any other questions? Guapo, the famous champion stallion. Yeah, I'm excited for show season. Honestly, I'm not a very organized person. That's not my forte, but I need to look through the show schedule and figure out what shows I'm doing, where I'm going. Finch is going amazing. I rode him this morning. I trail rode him yesterday and then rode him this morning, and changes are coming. I'm not that far off from Prix St. George on Finch. So I'm super pumped with that. And it's nice to put a tailcoat on again and go in the big ring. And he's just 7 this year, so it'll definitely be green. And I don't know that I'm quite ready for Prix St. George yet, but it's close. And then I have Mozart, the 5-year-old, and this one. And then there's the sales horses. There's the vet, Mark Silverman, down the street. Nice to have a vet down the street. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. Kind of a mellow time. Me and my personality, to be honest, this is my time where I'm sleepy, tired. So I'm like, this is the time of day, like 1:00 p.m. when I'm like, it's nap time. Nice little trail ride on him, and yeah. Hola. Let's see. Am I working piaffe massage on him at this stage? Yeah, just a little bit. So just, no, I wouldn't even call it piaffe massage. It's really just, can he activate quick, 2-3 steps? That's important because it's not, honestly, it's not hard for him. That's not the hard part of his work. It's a little bit like quick in the steps, small and quick. He's like, step, 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 quick, 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 pressure off. Really like a very low pressure. Like he doesn't even get stressed about it. He's like, okay, quick, 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 little half steps, easy. Not really the passage yet. Not ready for that. Not strong enough for that. Preferred coach from Berlin. Hi, thanks for joining. Yeah. Do you prefer making youngsters than competing? That's a good question. I love competing. I competed a lot early on, and I competed a lot of horses that like weren't necessarily ready. Like I rode U25 on a horse that like the ones weren't confirmed, but I'm so glad, so glad that I got in the ring on that horse. So glad that I got in the ring on that U25 horse, because like if you don't get in the ring when you have an opportunity, all of a sudden you miss it. So connection issues. Dang it. These dang cell phones, technology, always failing us. I love developing young horses. I do love the process of it and everything, but I also love showing. So I wouldn't say it's just one or the other. However, as I've grown up, I've gotten less excited to show something that's not really ready to show. It's not really a fun feeling for me. So I like to wait until they're ready. I'll push it a little bit sometimes, but I prefer, if I can, to wait until they're ready. So I think that's it, guys. Am I doing any clinics in Canada with Steven? I don't know. I don't think so. There's nothing on the schedule, but maybe. I have a few clinics coming up, so. And I think that's it. All right. Say bye, Guapo. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.